Tom Spooner, welcome, man.
Thanks for having me.
It's been a long time coming.
It's took us a little bit of effort to get here.
Yeah. But I'm happy you're here. And
Me too.
So one thing before we start the big one, before we get heavy and into your life story,
Right.
people are always just super interested in what gentlemen like you are carrying to protect yourself every day. So
Okay.
we call this the everyday carry pocket dump. So it could be medical, weapon, blade, whatever you carry every day to keep you and your family safe.
Okay.
What are you packing?
Yeah, so in my backpack that's back there, I mean, there's a cat tourniquet in that. You always have that around for the most part. I don't really carry it on my person, but I always have it with me because I always have my backpack, because like my little whoopee, you know. And then as far as weapons wise is a little Spartan blade folder, I mean, like I have here.
Oh, nice.
It's one, I forget the model of it, though they're going to kill me for forgetting the model of it. But some good buddies of mine that run it at Spartan Blades. But that's just usually, the whole man without a knife, man without a life kind of deal, as far as that piece. And then weapon-wise, I mean, staccato CS.
Oh, you carry a staccato.
Yeah.
Right on. You're the first person I've heard that actually carries one of those, to be honest.
Absolutely, yeah. Because I was... I don't get into it when the story, but I mean, watching the progression of that 2011, over the last almost 5 years now. I mean, it's a great weapon. It's a little beefy. I mean, It's not a micro. I mean, I love it. Super accurate, super reliable, high capacity magazine.
What does the mag hold?
You can get them up to 16. I mean, the slim version, is I just keep 13 in mine. I think it holds 16.
Yeah.
But I'm always a weirdo about magazine springs and,
Yeah. Is that, so 13's the number, huh? The lucky
13.
number 13.
That's it. And if I need more rounds than that, like, I've got bigger problems than me.
Do you carry an extra mag?
I'll have it in the truck.
Okay.
I mean, a lot of times, if I knew I was going to go, I get situation dependent, just normal, everyday walking around, not a spare mag. But I'll have one in the truck, or vehicle-wise.
Optic?
I like the Trigicon RMR, but I'm still getting comfortable with it. A lot of us just iron sights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're more comfortable with irons?
I am, but it's dumb. Like, I just not got to make the transition,
Yeah.
It's like iron sights. I'd never have iron sights on a rifle when I could have a red dot, so why would I do the same thing with my pistol? So I've been just out of laziness holding out on that red dot.
Hey, I totally get it. I wasn't a big fan of red dots because I'd seen so many of those things fail.
Yeah.
And of course that had been 20 years ago now.
Yeah.
Exactly. And we were putting them on our rifles on top of the ACOG and stuff. But
Yep.
but I think they've come a long ways. And then I still was always faster with irons just because that's what I'm used to.
Yeah.
And then Kyle Morgan, that guy was telling me about, I never really saw I was just kind of like, I've seen too many of them fail. I'd have to totally retrain myself, and then I didn't really see the application. And then Kyle Morgan came on. That guy was telling you about that. Was it the Radisson Blue? Talked about climbing up a ladder at night and having to take somebody out, and he pulled his pistol out, and he could see on nods, and I was like, "There it is,
there it is,
there it is." But I got a little something. I got some buddies over at SIG.
Ooh.
And I told them you were coming on, and they got really excited. I got a friend over there named Jason, and he wanted me to present that to you.
The heck?
So that is the latest and greatest macro, I guess you would call it, SIG 365 macro Legion, all metal.
Damn, I guess I shouldn't have said staccato at the beginning.
No, it's all good. If that's
kidding.
what you carry, that's what you carry. But,
Is it mine?
That is, so there's a business card in there
Right.
with Jason's information on there.
Yeah.
And so take that with you. Give him a call. I think he has something very similar
Gotcha.
to send you. But yeah, pick it up. Let me know what you think.
Holy cow, man. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
That is pretty amazing gift.
17 plus 1 in the pipe. They designed the magazine first for the carry capacity, and then they designed the gun around the magazine.
Man, that's kind of cool because I was just looking at all the different micro kind of looks
Yeah.
as far as the smaller than the one that I carry was, and I was looking at all the different brands, and I couldn't decide which one. I was looking at YouTube reviews, and I was like, well, I just need to talk to somebody who knows. But now here we go.
It's funny that a guy like you, a former unit guy, is watching YouTube reviews of macro firearms.
Yeah, because I've never carried little things. It's
Who
always,
do you watch? I'm curious. Do you know any
totally random. I don't even know just how many views are on this one, and I pull it up, and some weirdo talking about it that's probably...
Yeah.
I just go off the ones where they're actually shooting it, not... Yeah, man, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Well, don't thank me. Thank Jason.
Well, thank you, Jason. Jason Wright. I wonder if I know him.
You might. But just one last question.
Yeah.
What do you think a lot of crime...
Yeah.
Crime is definitely on the rise in the U.S. with, ever since whatever. We won't get into politics. Crime's on the rise.
Yeah.
And people are getting worried. Gun sales have been up since, around 2018. I think they really started increasing in sales, and then 2020 hit and all these riots and da-da-da-da-da. But what do you think the biggest mistake that new carriers make when it comes to selecting, or what is the biggest mistake that you see?
Not really on the weapon selection. I mean, there's a process for that, but the decision of when to use it.
Really?
Oh, yeah. And that goes back to, when I taught tactical and still teach it on the personal development side too, as a loyalty chain, as far as, hey, when am I going to make the decision? Because that's the first decision, is like, and the thing, if I pull this pistol out, that means I'm going to use it. So I'm going to decide whether I'm going to kill someone or not. That to me is because if you're not comfortable with the idea of killing another human being, then you shouldn't carry one.
Yeah.
So to me, that's what comes up first is the decision-making process of like, okay, I have this firearm. I want to protect myself, my family, those that need protecting. What does that really mean? And really think about that, am I willing to use this? That's the number one thing. And then the second thing after that is not range time, obviously, but dry fire. Because most folks, normal folks that aren't kind of like us, they don't get to the range that much. So, but the deal with dry fire, and you can't get enough of it. At least 5 minutes a week, at minimum, you know what I mean? Practice where you keep it, where you pull it out. And
where do you carry?
I'll carry both. Appendix carry, like if it's a T-shirt, something, and I'm not setting a lot, but then also I like carrying it just on inside the waistband. I currently use that Tenacore, what Staccato is. It's inside the waistband one, but just on the hip. It doesn't print very big. It's pretty good. But it's not like a super concealment, deep concealment pistol.
Do you carry all the time?
No.
No?
Not all the time. I'll have it, in the vehicle or on me. And when I can, but if I'm going to schools and if I'm not sure of the laws, because God forbid you screw up one of those. That's another thing. You have to be up on all the laws, on the ammunition, depending on where you live. I think in, where is it? In New Jersey, whatever, if you have hollow points, there's some kind of fine for each one. So just being really up on the laws too.
Yeah. Yeah.
But there's times whenever I've gotten complacent, and not carry, but 90% of the time, I have it either on me or near me. Yeah. But I'm pretty arrogant when it comes to that kind of stuff too. There'll be weapons around,
I know what you mean. One last question.
Yeah.
You had talked about, kind of making the decision whether you can kill or not. I'm curious if you've experienced more combat than 99.9% of the population. And so is there a decision-making process that goes through your head before you make that decision? And what is it?
It's it's a pre-made decision. Because if it's not pre-made, then it'll be an emotional decision. And we all know how emotional decision making goes. In the most stressful scenario you can ever imagine, making an emotional decision. So it's not going to work out well. But yeah, that decision making process is, what am I willing to kill someone for? Because, even if you like, someone has the idea, I'm going to shoot them in the leg, they hit the femoral artery, like you've just killed someone. So that decision-making process and knowing who and what I'm going to kill for, that's it. And if it doesn't meet that criteria, then I'm not willing to go to jail. I'm not willing to take another life. And it starts with the loyalty chains, like who are the people that meet that criteria that I'm going to take another human being's life for.
Excellent. Thank you for sharing that.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, I appreciate it. Let's kick off the interview.
Let's do it.
No matter where you're watching Shawn Ryan Show from, if you get anything out of this, please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, share this everywhere you possibly can. And if you're feeling extra generous, please leave us a review on Apple and Spotify podcasts.